Namaste, Jai Bharat. There is a kind of deep and helpless self deception when a person involves in selective perceptions as well as selective reactions. Person who involves in selective perceptions deceives himself to see what he wants to see and ignore and not to see what he does not want to see. At the same time, in the same manner, somebody who does not want to react to something which he doesn't want to react or which he doesn't like or which is not well or smooth or smooth on his imagination would ignore it. That's also self-deception. So these self-deceptions that become very common with the human existence these days. I don't know whether it had been the case in the past, but it is the case now as we see things. One doesn't want to see what he doesn't like, and he behaves as though such things do not exist. At the same time, one also doesn't want to speak about something which is smooth on his imagination, and he behaves as though it does not exist. Isn't it a serious kind of self-deception? Maybe what the kind of things what one speaks may be suiting to his frame of existence, and someone others who are in the same frames, that may be a different case for practical reasons, but the person involved is involving in this bitter self-deception. Now, if you let this self-deception go on, then it will take you to a place from where you may have no return, and you will end up in, or one will end up in this kind of imaginary or perceived non-existent situations. And it in time these can become realities with one, certainties with one, and shall go into absolutely unrealistic situations of mind. This is what one comes to observe. This is an interesting thing. Yesterday was the swearing-in ceremony of our government, and at the same time there was a cricket match between Pakistan and India. I don't know why people take that serious. A cricket match between Pakistan and India. I don't know why people take it so serious. Maybe people are involved. It's not a battle. It's a game of. It's a game after all. And cricket is a funny game. It's a game of uncertainties. You may win, you may not. So there's something interesting took place. I don't know how many of us have come to know about it or come to notice that people is within Bharat, I'm telling, not without Bharat. People within Bharat who belong to the opposition, we're getting, all of us, we're getting the feeling that Bharat is not is likely to lose the match. Or they were trying to connect it with the swearing-in ceremony of the government and say the day the government is swearing in, Bharat's cricket team has lost. So they have already made such capsules, and they were ready to launch once the match is over. And something happened in between. Somehow somebody had put it in the social media prior to the conclusion of the match, which has come out, and it's there in the media. This kind of things. Is this not a bitter self-deception? You unnecessarily connect to things which are not connectable to phenomena, and wherever you want, wherever you get an opportunity, or rather wherever there is a possibility, one creates an opportunity to say what one otherwise wishes in situations where, like this, a swearing-in ceremony. You just connect it with the swearing-in ceremony and say everything is gone. Anyway, it's absurd again to repeat to say that all these years these people are in rule and what great thing they have done is in front of us, and if you don't want to see it, fine. It's up to you. It's up to you. Now, this self-deception and selective perception. Now, this makes friends sometimes false. Uh, One doesn't know that a situation is X, and somebody else finds a different perception of situation X, and if he puts it, and the friend who is not happy with it might personally turn against you, and might feel that, oh, you should have not done it. No, it's a common way of expressing it is people say a person like you should not have said it. It means a person who is different from me can't say it, and you will say yes to it. No, you would still not say yes to it. Now, this is funny aspects of selective perceptions, selective reactions, where your reason your reason or your faculty of reason is it almost becoming non-existent, and you will simply react to, or you simply want to perceive what is soothing to you, to your imagination, what you want to see. Other things you just ignore and behave as though such things do not exist. So one of the greatest self-deception is this kind of selective perceptions and selective reactions, and even selective impressions. You will only carry those impressions which you want. Others you will shun willfully, consciously. It's not easy to cast away an impression, but then people would even succeed in doing that. This is an unfortunate situation. You don't want to hear what what is not interesting to you. It's a different situation. Somebody says something you're not interested, you won't hear. But that's phenomenal reality is in front of you. Someone speaks about that phenomenal reality, and the other side of which you might not know. If someone says, one should be curious to know, is it really the case? But instead of that, outrightly you'll say, someone like you should not speak, should have not said this. This is unfortunate. So let's. I think most people are involved in this selective perceptional, selective reactional self-deception, and the self-deception will take you nowhere. It actually would take one to his ruin, quoting and quoting the expression of David Hume. One will go to one's ruin if it is seriously implemented or seriously taken. If those who don't react, it's all right, but those who would like to react, it's not all right. So this kind of things happen with us. This is yet another kind of mistakes, concepts and mistakes that people commonly do. You can put this to multiple situations and see to what extent this is appropriate or this happens. So till we meet again, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.